lot of people I think have this fear that if I fall in love with somebody, then I will lose the person. So what do such people do?
In fact, such people do not understand the very chemistry of life. They do not understand the fundamental truths of life. They do not understand the psychology of the individual. Once you go closer and closer to a person, if you surrender more and more to a person, if you leave yourself more and more, and I say, if you leave yourself totally into the hands of the other person, the one in whose hand you leave yourself will become more careful about you than you can take care of yourself. So, just because of the misunderstanding of this fundamental truth, people are afraid of this thing going the other way, this thing slipping out of my hand. No, that is the most wrongful understanding of human nature and human psychology. There should not be even the slightest fear of losing. Once you are filled with the fear of losing, you are bound to lose. Because by being filled with the fear of losing, you invite the forces of losing to happen in actuality, in reality. Because whatever you focus upon, that happens to grow in reality day by day, every day. That is why it is said, if you want something to happen, always focus upon it. If you are always focusing on the fear of losing, then the incident of losing is bound to happen. So such persons should always drop the fears. Once you drop the fear, fear becomes an invitation for the same to happen. So if you drop the fear, you will find that everything will start happening the way you want it. So it is a clear-cut instruction, a clear-cut guidance for those who do not understand the intrinsic nature of human relationship, and they are always filled with the fear of losing the other. They must take cognizance of this fundamental truth, that they should instantly drop all fears, and they should extend their hands of love and friendship wholeheartedly with a sense of total surrender to the other. And in spirituality it is said, the more you surrender, the more strength you gain. The more you surrender, more powerful you become. And once you surrender yourself totally, you become absolutely powerful and you receive the whole strength of the universe. That is why Samarpan, or total surrender, has been praised as the most powerful spiritual device through which even godliness can be achieved, through which even God can be realized. If God can be realized through total surrender, then the lover or the beloved or smaller entities, they can always be realized 100% at your heart, at your feet.
But to all our literature, like you spoke about popular media and how it exploits these emotions for running different industries. But even in the past, I mean, all our Mahakavis and everyone, whether it was, right from Rishi Bharat, who wrote the Natya Shastra, to perhaps Kalidas or Jayadeva and others, in the Geet Govinda, you have the Ashtanaikas, Khandita Naika, this feeling of jealousy, and poems have been written, our classical music, thumris and dances are performed, whether it is Bharatnatyam or Kathak, that Sakhi, my lover is going away with the other woman and she's feeling betrayed, she's feeling sad. So why is it that something so important which you mentioned of, if at all there is a concept of unconditional love and surrender, why did our poets and all these people not use that and romanticize the feelings of jealousy.
Yeah, I understand, Vikram, you are right, but I have to tell you one very important thing. As a historian, you must have always found that what is great literature, and whosoever have been the great poets or great artists, they have to express the reality that is prevailing in humanity. All great literature has always been realistic, and they have simply explained the reality, projected the reality through their plays, through their stories, through their dramas. And as it is happening to the whole humanity, they are deprived of the true experiences of love. They are simply confined to the levels of love, either at the physical level or at the mental level or at the emotional level at most, not higher than that. So if the literature describes what is happening in society, what is happening with the people, what is happening with mankind. Mankind as such are the commoners. And as their life is happening on this planet, this jealousy, this romantic love, this physical hunger for sex, and this love being at the mental and emotional level, that is all the whole experience of humanity. So the great poets have to capture it and have to project it through their plays. If you have to go deeper to understand these instincts at the level of soul and the superconsciousness, then you will have to go into the literature which has been created by Lord Shiva, the literature which has been created by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. You will have to go into the Upanishads. They have tried to explain and absorb love. The love which Lord Shiva teaches Parvati, that love is divine, that love goes deeper at the level of consciousness, at the level of your being. And that love gives you the real joy of life. This love, so-called love, which is centered around sex, is only capable of giving you physical or mental pleasures, nothing more than that. And that is what had to be depicted in the great literatures from times immemorial.